Welcome to Speaking Up with Jessica Dumas. I'm a certified life coach that specializes in business, leadership, and all things speaking and confidence mindset. Let's chat. Hey, good afternoon. My name is Jessica Dumas. I'm also the host of the Confidence and Communication podcast, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity to share with you this afternoon. I'm a professional speaker coach, professional speaker, and a coach and train in the area of speaking and facilitation. So I do offer one-day workshops in that area. That's my area of expertise. That's the area that I love. And I love helping individuals like yourself use your voice to take up space. And whatever that space is up to you. If you want to use your voice online, if you use your voice as an entrepreneur, if you use your voice on stage, you know, wherever it is that you want to take up space, I'm here for it. So thanks for the opportunity. This week has been a really amazing week. Amazing way to kick off Speaking Up with Jessica Dumas on NCI FM. I've had a very busy week, including the launch of this radio show, or the first opportunity to share with you in this way. I've had opportunities to share and have discussions on the story of authenticity. So this week alone, I've spoken at the Indigenous Circle of Empowerment at the University of Manitoba. Shout out to the amazing Indigenous students that are committing extra hours to network and support each other and grow their skills. Amazing, amazing program. Thank you to them for having me out there. On Tuesday this week, I had a presentation at the Women's Enterprise Center of Manitoba. The event was a breakfast event, so it was downtown, 8 a.m. Haven't done that in a really long time. And it was at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. I brought my sister with me. Shout out to my sister. Really appreciated having her there. In our discussions that I've had at those two events, and actually many discussions that I've had throughout the year, the word authenticity has come up so many times. And because that keeps coming up, someone throughout the week told me that the word authentic was selected by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as the word of the year, authentic. And so I thought, oh, that's so interesting. It's one of those threads. It's one of those things that keep coming up. And so I thought, okay, well, let me Google, like, what does Google or the Webster Dictionary say about authenticity? The response that came up was the quality of being authentic. And I'm like, okay, well, let's, give me a little bit more detail. So really, genuineness is what came up. Originality, rightfulness, legitimacy, validity, all good words. All of these really feel good. And here's the funny thing is when I was sharing at the Women's Enterprise Center message, when I was sharing that message on Tuesday morning, without me realizing what I said, the host of the event went up after I was done speaking, and she summarized what I shared with the audience that morning was my goal in life was authenticity, and the reward was authenticity. And it was really funny to me because I was like, wow, did I say that? And it was part of my goal when I started out as an entrepreneur, because I didn't start out as an entrepreneur. I started out like many of us. We go and we find a job where someone will hire us, and we do the job, and if we really like it, we stay. But sometimes even if we don't like it, we stay because we feel we don't have a lot of choices, or it could be really uncomfortable to leave a job. And so sometimes we stay. And sometimes we can find fulfillment in our lives in other ways. But sometimes there's people like me who I need my authenticity, I need my joy, I need my purpose to come from what it is that I'm doing on a daily basis. And for me, that meant quitting lots of jobs, because every time I would get a new job that I thought was, this is the job for me, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, this is the job of my dreams, something would come up, and the work, I just would lack that alignment. I wouldn't feel that alignment anymore. I would lose the the joy in what I was doing. But I started to recognize I wasn't being authentic to what I really wanted to do and what my purpose was. And figuring that out was not easy. So that's what I want to share with you today. It's just 5 little steps that you can take. I'm not saying anyone has to go out there and quit their jobs. I'm not saying that anyone has to make any drastic changes, but here are a few things that you can become more aware of on a daily basis when you are looking for purpose and joy in your life. And this could be anywhere. This could be something that you are exploring at work. This is something that you can be exploring in your volunteer hours. This could be something that you're exploring in reading new books or just wanting to learn about something new. So as a coach, I coach entrepreneurs, as I said, to use their voice to take up space. Often what we start talking about in our initial sessions is, what are you really passionate about? And sometimes we know, but sometimes we don't. So I'm going to give you that's where we're going to start, is if you don't know, that's okay. Because it can take a lot of dedication. It can take a lot of figuring out and sifting. And let's just jump into it. That's the first one. Number 1, the first step of what you're going to do is you're going to identify what you don't like. Because sometimes it's harder to identify things that we do like when we have so many things in our lives that we just feel like it's part of our routine. It's something that we just have to keep doing. It's, maybe it's a part of a job or our job, or just things that we have gotten into our daily routine. It just is the way it is. But if you recognize, I need some more authenticity in my life. I want to be more purpose-driven. I want more joy. And you're not sure where to start, then number 1 is you can start looking at what you don't like. What are the things that I don't like? What are the things that are part of my everyday routine that I don't like? That's number 1. Number 2 is, how can you start saying no to that? And there are some things, and I realize there are sometimes things in our routines that we just don't have a choice. And I'm going to let you decide what that might be. But number 2 is going to be, say no to the things that you don't like. Because if you don't make a change, then nothing changes. So it's up to you to start saying no. In order to start identifying things that you do like, you need to start eliminating. Right? That's number 1. Eliminate what you don't like. Number 2, and then start saying no to those things. You have more power than you realize. Give yourself some more credit. And number 3, and this is the fun one, is allow yourself to laugh about something. Allow yourself to look around and look for things that are funny. Look for ways to lighten up your day. Like, you have so much control, so much power over how things are actually happening around you. How you hold yourself is how you hold your energy. And if we are always worried and if we're thinking too much, laughter is really allowing us to be in our body. And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to laugh at things because we're too serious. We're thinking about all of the things that we have to do. We're thinking about the ways that we're not measuring up. We're thinking about all of the negative things. But what I'm asking you to do, what I'm telling you to do, is allow yourself to laugh about something. Find things to laugh about. There was a time I had a job. I was the supervisor of the WinnipegSun.com. Don't tell anybody. And some days would get frustrating. And that was when I discovered cat videos on the internet. And seriously, I would watch cat videos because they are so cute. And just watching the funny things that, like, people will post the most hilarious videos of cats on the internet. And I would literally seek those out to make myself laugh. I needed to do that. I had to discover what are things that made me laugh. And then I would go out and find them And that's what I would do to let go some of the stress of my day and intentionally make myself laugh. So number 3, allow yourself to laugh about something. And number 4 is intentionally seek that out. Intentionally seek out laughter and joy every day. If you want more joy and laughter in your day, you need to find it. It's up to you to find it. Sometimes maybe you're turning on the radio and maybe you're listening to our morning show and there's some pretty good conversations on there and lots of things to laugh about. Maybe you are already watching cat videos. Maybe you're already finding something that makes you laugh. And here's number 5 is you're going to repeat this. You're going to repeat number 1 to 5. And I promise you, you're going to find more purpose and joy, because I'm going to go through them again really quickly. Number 1, identify what you don't like. If you identify something every day or every week and you start to say no to it, which is number 2, say no to what you don't like, finding ways to get rid of those things in your life, finding ways to make your responsibilities more tolerable, more enjoyable. And then number 3, in the midst of all of this, you're allowing yourself to laugh about something. And then number 4, you are intentionally seeking out laughter and joy every day. This is going to be a good plan, I promise you. And then number 5, again, repeat. Like, we just keep doing this. We just keep doing this. And before you know it, and yeah, we're going to have those rough days. We're going to have days where we have challenges and it's not as easy to find laughter and joy or find purpose and joy. But if you stick with number 5 and you repeat it and you just start the list over and over, you can't lose. Because first of all, you're going to be doing less of what you don't want to do, which is a win. And then you're going to be making yourself laugh. You're going to be seeking out laughter and joy. And that creates energy around us. That creates energy around our lives, right? And this is how we get to authenticity, because I think naturally we want to be in joy. Naturally, we want to do things that please us. We don't want to do things that we don't like. That's not what we're here for. We're here to have fun. I believe that life should be fun. These are some of the things that I would start to do if I wanted more purpose and more joy in my life. I would, you know what? Take some time, go to Google, Google authenticity. There was 500,000 times that was searched in 2023. So now, if I've done it 500,001, if you do it 500,002 and 3 and 4 and so on, this is the word for 2023. So I don't know about you, but that was fun. I love having these conversations. This is fun for me. Thanks so much for your time today. Visit with me next week, and you can send me an email if you want me to chat about anything specific. If you have any questions, my website is jessicadumas.ca. You can also find me on Instagram at jessicadumas.ca. And hey, by the way, I'm hosting an online masterclass on December 8th. It's called Write Your 10-Minute Talk. And this is for you if you want confident speaking to be part of your 2024. In my masterclass, I'm going to help you write a talk structure for a 10-minute talk. And this is a perfect starting point for telling your personal story or your business story. You can find the application to register for Write Your Talk on my website or Instagram at jessicadumas.ca. There's also an application to work with me one-on-one on my Instagram page or website at jessicadumas.ca. Thanks so much, and talk to you again next week. Thank you so much for your time. Miigwech, ekose, merci. Get in touch with me on Instagram or my website at jessicadumas.ca.